Welcome to today's show. I'm your host, Mike Slinkard. This week, we're going to close out our annual turkey hunts. Then we're going to head to the high country in pursuit of black bears. As usual, we'll be hunting on the ground and putting our PSE bows to good use. We'll start our bear hunts in the mountains of Idaho, where heavy snows keep those bears denned up until late spring. Then we'll be hunting close to my Eastern Oregon home to catch the tail end of the spring black bear rut. Most people don't realize it, but black bears actually breed in late spring, and that's the time when the biggest boars come out of the thick stuff in search of estrus sows. On this episode, we'll show you one of the most incredible hunting experiences I have ever had as a bow hunter, and you don't want to miss it. As always, we'll show it all just like it happened, right here on Hunting with Hex.
Hunting is about getting close. Really close. Get closer than you ever thought was possible.
When you have a cameraman and you setting out in a dirt field like this, you can get away with so much with this hex on.
I've got to give credit once again to Hex.
We showcase the science of getting close right here on Hunting with Hex. Hunting with Hex is brought to you by PSE Archery, Tough Country, American Values Forged in Steel, Ozonics, Undetectable Undeniable, Victory Archery, the Carbon Arrow Experts, BumpersDirect.com, Rocky Mountain Hunting Calls, we call the game, Spot Hog, the world's toughest archery products, Worn Wenches, UC Hunting Properties, and Hex Stealth Screen, the evolution of concealment.
You know, turkey seasons are beginning to wind down in most parts of the country, and here at Hex, we had another great year. You know, Hex technology has completely changed the game for turkey hunters, especially where getting away with movement is concerned. With just a few weeks left in most turkey seasons, I thought it'd be fitting to do a quick recap and show you how Hex works on turkeys all across the country. You know, if you're still after turkeys, it's not too late to add the Hex Advantage and see benefits like these. If you've been watching Hunting with Hex for very long, you probably realize that Hex patented technology that we feature here on the show has become something of a must-have item for tens of thousands of hunters around the world. What you may not have realized is that Hex technology is also becoming an integral tool for wildlife biologists, researchers, photographers, and really anyone who wants to experience wildlife in its natural and undisturbed state. If you watched this year's Shark Week episodes on Discovery Channel, you saw Hex stealth screen logos on some of the world's foremost shark experts. Hex technology is also front and center in the hit show Extinctor Alive on Animal Planet, starring biologist Forrest Galante. Forrest and his team search for and sometimes find animals that were thought to be extinct, and they use Hex to help them in their quest. Hex is even being used by the U.S. military and police special units to help them stay less detectable by animals that can signal danger when they're in covert situations. Quite literally, Hex is popping up everywhere people interact with animals. The bottom line is all living beings, including humans, produce naturally occurring extreme low frequency electrical fields through heart rate and muscle movement. Hex products effectively block those fields, making the person appear more like an inanimate object. Hex is real technology. It's backed up by 5 issued patents, and it's fully proven to work. So no matter what you like to do outdoors, there's a Hex product for you. For more information on the other areas Hex technology is changing the way people look at concealment, check out hexllc.com and click on the links to the other Hex entities. Now, let's get back to more hunting action.
We hope you'll bear with us over the break. Welcome back to Hunting with Hex. This week, we're chasing black bears with archery gear. Let's catch up with host Mike Slinkard and see where we're headed first.
Well, on this hunt, I'm in the mountains of Idaho hunting black bear. You know, this country is steep, thick, and just overall really tough to bow hunt. It's way too thick to effectively spot and stalk a bear, so we have to get them to come to us. Also, with the devastation that the gray wolf and other predators have inflicted on the deer and elk herds in this area, Idaho Fish and Game encourages every legal method of hunting in an attempt to reduce the numbers of all the big predator species. It's a huge problem in this part of the country, but we're always glad to help. I've chosen to sit on the ground only a few yards from the bait, with only a tree for some back cover. I have my ozonics running to help cover my scent, and I'm trusting Hex technology to do the rest. This site had several good bears on it, and I wasn't surprised when a decent bear showed up early in the set. Well, this is a nice shootable bear for this area, but I know there are a couple of bigger ones around as well. You know, most hunters would consider waiting for a bigger bear to be a risky move at best, especially when you're on the ground at less than 20 yards. But I've seen the Hex advantage firsthand many times before in similar situations, so I was confident that I had time to wait and see what might show up. The clock ticked by, but the bear stayed totally clueless to my presence, even though I was close and in plain sight. Hex was effectively blocking my body's electrical emissions that we know bears are very sensitive to, so I was easily able to move around and even look back at my cameraman Rex with no reaction from the bear. 30 minutes passed, then 45, and still no sign of a bigger bear. With only a few days to hunt, I soon decided that I better quit tempting fate. I was easily able to move and draw and get a good shot on this bear. As a result, I was able to notch my Idaho tag well before dark.
It's time once again for this week's Hex Close-Up.
On this week's Hex Close-Up, we have another clip that was sent in by Robin Wallen. Robin is the one who sent in a clip a few weeks ago with the bear climbing up into the tree stand with him. In this clip, Robin's trying to get to his tree stand to hunt deer, but he has bears in the way. He's wearing his Hex suit, and the bears don't seem to notice or pay any attention to him at all.
It's 11:30 in the morning. I got a bear in between me and my stand. I'm heading in to do some deer hunting with my bow, and I got the darn bears here again. Mama's pulling them out of here. Oh, and the one's got a white crest on him. I get over to my stand and do some deer hunting.
Thanks again to Robin Wallen of Robin Hood's Outdoor Adventures for sending in this week's Hex Close-Up.
I'm a huge believer in hex, and the reason is simply my success in the field. Time and time again, I have things that I just can't explain, and no matter which hunting camp I'm in, I feel like I'm having more opportunities than the people around me that aren't utilizing hex. The reality is, some animals definitely can sense things that we just don't know about. And with the encounters that I've had, I can tell you that hex has been my clear advantage. This past year, I got within top pin range on a giant open country bull and just sat there for longer than I was even comfortable for. And when he finally pulled away from that tree and started to come to where he had heard my call last, he literally almost walked right over me. Had no idea what I was, even when that arrow hit, and I'm giving that credit to hex. During the late season here in Iowa, there's nothing worse than being covered up with whitetails in a ground blind and having them look right in at you. I don't experience that anymore. I'm telling you, the proof is in the pudding for me. If you're interested in getting the best deal possible, make sure you use the promo code at the bottom of the screen. Or if you want to find out more, go to hexllc.com or give us a call at 541-575-HEX.
When we come back, Mike can barely contain himself when he comes upon a monster. Welcome back to Hunting with Hex. This week we're hunting black bears on the ground. And so far, Mike has notched his tag in Idaho. Now, let's get back to the action.
You know, bears are a favorite animal of mine to hunt, not only because it gives me an awesome big game animal to hunt in the spring, but also because they're an apex predator, and getting past their senses is a huge challenge for a bow hunter. Bears are especially sensitive to electrical fields, as can be attested to by anyone who runs trail cameras in bear country. You know, bears almost always mess with these cameras. Even after weeks in the field, bears seem to sense the presence of an electronic camera, and they just can't resist biting and pulling on them. Over the years, we've had a lot of encounters with bears, and have been able to determine that hex technology definitely allows us to get closer and remain undetected longer. A prime example of this is when my daughter Caitlin and I came upon a couple of bears in Colorado while we were deer hunting. We didn't have bear tags on that trip, but one was a real bruiser, and Caitlin wanted to get close and try to take a picture with her cell phone. Little did I know just how close she planned to get. This bear walked past her at 8 steps and had no idea that she was anywhere around. You know, having witnessed this type of thing over and over with bears, and with the restrictive rules for bear hunters in Oregon, a good old-fashioned spot and stalk bear hunt was in order. We decided to stalk along a big ridge top and glass the slopes ahead. We'd only gone about a half mile when we spotted a bear through the trees ahead on the hillside. We stalked to within about 40 yards. I was waiting for a good shot angle when all of a sudden the bear looked off to the side of the hill, then headed straight down the hill. Well, a minute later, I realized why when I saw a huge chocolate-colored boar show up. It's late in the spring and it's prime breeding season in Oregon, and it soon became clear that the black bear was a sow and this big boar was shadowing her. Well, a few minutes later, a second black-colored bear showed up below us. It was another boar that appeared to be interested in the same sow. Then, off through the trees, I spotted a fourth bear. Well, the wind's coming uphill in my face, and you can see this old boar is winding the bears below him. You know, he's only about 25 yards here, but from my angle, I just don't have a good shot. Well, he was sniffing hard and apparently smelt that other boar that was down below him, so he charged off down the hill. Soon we could hear huffing and snapping as the big boar put that other one on the run. You know, I've been hunting bears my entire life and I've never seen this kind of rutting action. I can tell you it was one of the most incredible bear experiences I've ever had.
The newest addition is our base layer. The base layer is a lightweight, semi-thermal material designed to be worn under your regular hunting clothing when you need just a little bit of extra insulation. It features the patented Hex technology woven right into the material. The suit comes in 3 pieces: pants, shirt, and head cover. The shirt is a quarter-zip Henley with serge stitching, embroidered Hex logo, and thumb holes. The form-fitting pants have serge stitching throughout, and an elastic waistband and cuff ensure they stay in place. They also feature a convenient fly. The head cover has a hemmed eye hole, adjustable drawstring in the back, and is very easy to use. Additional accessories are sold separately and include the Hex hat, gloves, and our new heavyweight over-the-calf sock. Brand new for this year is the new multi-rag. This versatile face mask can be worn in a variety of ways. Order the Hex base layer right now and use the promo code PURSUIT to save an instant $30 on your order of a complete Hex suit. Learn more about our complete line of clothing and accessories as well as our fit guarantee for worry-free ordering at hexhunting.com. I can't bear to say any more of these corny one-liners, so how about you just stick around till after the break and see if Mike can connect on this bruiser brewing. Welcome back to Hunting with Hex. We've been hunting black bears on the ground this week, and before the break, Mike Slinkard had slipped into archery range of a monster boar who was hot after a sow in heat. Now let's get back to the hunt.
Well, I looked back and I saw that the sow was back on her perch, just watching the action unfold below her. She was well inside of bow range, so I knew as long as I stayed close to her, that big chocolate would be back. Well, after the big chocolate bear ran off all those other boars down below, he started back up the hill. Well, the sow was still nervous of that big boar, and there was a lot of cool vocalization going on. When he finally got to the edge of the shooting lane, I got ready. Unfortunately, just when my shot window opened, he turned straight away, leaving me no opportunity. Being a unique color phase made him even more special. I now had 2 bears in bow range. My heart was pounding out of my chest as I tried to focus on getting a shot. All the while, our Hex technology was quietly doing its job and blocking our electrical signals, so the bears stayed totally oblivious to our presence. The sow dropped back down and circled into the trees to the left. This meant that the boar would likely be entering the shooting lane, so I got ready. Well, you can see him checking out her scent, and he must have liked it because he stayed right after her. Fortunately, that put him right in the perfect position for a shot. All in all, it was without a doubt the most amazing bear encounter of my life, and it ended with a Boone and Crockett class trophy. Well, we pulled him around where you can get a little better look at him. What a freaking toad for Oregon. Holy cow. You know, our part of the state's not known for big bears, but this, I'll bet you he's a 300-pound bear at least. Huge, huge head on him. No teeth. He is ancient. He has no teeth. He's got ears tore up. He's scarred up. Definitely the king of the walk. Caitlin was behind the camera, which makes it extra special. And we all had our Hex on. And I'm so excited about this big bear. He is just an amazing, amazing animal.
The original Hex suit is very lightweight, breathable, and versatile enough to be used in almost any hunting situation. It comes complete with pants, shirt, and head cover, and is available in either Mossy Oak Country or Realtree Extra Camo. The material features a highly electrically conductive carbon grid woven into the polyester base cloth. This grid blocks your body's electrical field. Most people wear Hex as an underlayer, but as long as the Hex material is between you and the animal, it's just as effective. The pants are cut similar to sweatpants, with an elastic waistband, adjustable drawstring, elastic cuffs on the bottom, side pockets, and a convenient fly. The pullover shirt features thumb holes, serge stitching, and an embroidered logo. The head cover has a hemmed eye hole, adjustable drawstring in the back, and is very easy to use. Additional accessories are sold separately and include the Hex hat, made entirely of Hex material and is very lightweight and comfortable. The gloves are made of a lightweight, stretchy material in Mossy Oak Camo with the Hex technology woven in. The socks are a heavyweight over-the-calf sock and have the conductive Hex grid woven into the material. Brand new for this year is the new multi-rag. This versatile face mask can be worn in a variety of ways. Order right now and use the promo code PURSUIT to save an instant $30 on your order of a complete Hex suit. Learn more about our complete line of clothing and accessories, as well as our fit guarantee for worry-free ordering at hexhunting.com.
Well, once again, we've ditched the blinds and left the tree stands hanging and shown you just what you can do when you're wearing Hex technology. Whether it's turkeys, bears, whitetail, elk, or predators, Hex technology continues to allow hunters around the world to get away with things that are simply not possible without this incredible technology. Now's the time to get your own Hex suit or base layer and start enjoying the Hex advantage for yourself. They also make great gifts for those outdoor persons in your life. Give us a call or go online right now and get a Hex suit on the way. Also, don't forget to check us out and follow us on Facebook and Instagram. In the meantime, we'll keep pushing the limits and bringing it to you each week right here on Hunting with Hex.
If you have an amazing Hex encounter you'd like to share, give us a call or contact us online. If we use it on the air, you'll be in the running to win an exciting hunting trip with the Hex crew. You can find out more on our website at hexhunting.com. While you're online, make sure to take a minute and check us out on our social media sites as well.